Good morning, traders. Happy Friday to all of us. It's Friday morning, April 16th. I'm Stephen Davis. We're talking about the grain markets here for a couple of minutes. Okay, a little bit of profit taking in the air here. Soybeans are up 6 and corn is down a few ticks here this morning, and wheat is down 2. My analysis, I think the highs are in today. Some of the numbers that I put out on a daily basis, we've reached them overnight. So I think a little back and fill of profit taking ahead of the weekend now. But what a nice week for rallies here. And all of a sudden it's really cold in the Corn Belt. There were snow flurries in Minnesota the other day. And, you know, that expensive corn seed that planters were going to be put in the ground this weekend, early next week, it's going to stay in the bag here for another 10 days, something like that. So market's reacting to that. Good volume on Wednesday in the corn. May corn traded 210,000 contracts. July corn traded 170,000 contracts. So July is front month now, and all the volume's moving into July. So do trade July corn, July soybean, July wheat, bean oil, soybean meal, moving forward here. You're going to see big volume this summer. I think there'll be days where July corn will trade 400,000, 500,000 contracts, and I'll be talking about that. You know, I've always been schooled, you know, carryovers in these markets, and corn, if it gets under 1 billion, that's really, really bullish. Well, we're at about 1.2 billion carry out in corn. Soybean, if it gets under 100 million, that's really, really bullish, and, you know, that's where we're at. And also the stocks-to-use ratio is, you know, is as impressive as it's been in many, many years. So here we go, moving into the spring and summer season. And, you know, every summer, December corn usually rallies $1.75 to $3, and November beans maybe $1.80 to $3.40. So, you know, we're looking at a summer where maybe soybeans can $2, $3, $4, and you know, when they go limit up, like we had that crop report on March 31st, soybeans 70 cents higher. The next day they were 30 lower. So look for some of this volatility this summer. It would be a lot of fun to talk about. You know, like I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, the prairies of Canada, you had the driest on record history, and in Brazil, you've had the driest April in 40 years. So this is what they're going to start talking about, how dry the Corn Belt is and the soil moisture here. So market will be starting to pay attention to that, and I just really think the downside across all these markets is as limited until we have a better fix on the 2020 U.S. growing season. And look for the markets, how they react to the weather here going forward. Now, every Monday night at 3 p.m., we get crop conditions from the USDA and corn planting, and they're looking at the good to excellent on the wheat, for example, and things like that. And so the charts in corn look good. Charts in soybeans, look at that now this week. 4 days of higher highs and higher lows. Usually markets goes in days of 3, so here's soybeans showing leadership this week, really, really looking strong. And all of a sudden, these wheat charts that I have in front of you right now, they kind of resemble the corn charts here. And you're seeing wheat feed being substituted for the high price of corn, and that's going to continue. Let's all have an excellent weekend.